Saturday. It's Saturday at 12:17. Wow, time sure does passes. But today we're going to be making some special gifts for the book signing this year. So for those of you who don't know, the book signing happens every April at the Enid Library. Now, Enid Library sorry, seems pretty far away from Oklahoma City, but believe me, it's worth it. Because not only will I be there, but there are also other authors who you might find interesting. So anyway, let's go down over to the working station and check it out. And who knows, we might even get a few guests along the way too. All right, so what we have here today is we have a few of our stuff. We have the awesome badge maker right here. We have the circle cutter, and we have the badges parts. So now you may have seen the other video where I have made these badges before, and also am selling. But for this book signing event, they're going to be free. So if you want a free badge, then definitely come to the book signing over here. The ones that we have available, yeah, those are gonna cost you. But anyway, so yeah, like I said before, this video is brought to you by Shiver and Fear Badges. Definitely check out our Shiver and Fear badges and our other products on our store, which will be presented at the book signing. So, but anyway, so here we have here is our badge machine, which we're gonna take this strip off. And one thing that's different about these badges this time is that it's going to be completely made out of metal. So usually they're made out of white plastic, but we decided to go a different route this time and go with the complete metal. So, for example, here is what our original backs look like for our first set of badges, and they're white, they're plastic, and we're going to upgrade to a metal. So that should be interesting. All right, so the images that we're going to use today, we have used many different images. We have the Shiver and Fear images. We had a Christmas image a few days ago, but today we are going to use the chill out and read shiverandfears.com badge, and it's kind of like a golden badge type thing here. It has a picture of a different book. So we're not focusing on Shiver and Fears this year. We're actually focusing on a brand new book series called Magical Times. And although Magical Times is not really posted on shiverandfears.com, it is a new book series that I'm sure you're going to like, and you can learn about that on the Shiver and Fears website. So hopefully what's going to happen today is that we'll probably get a couple of guests. Who knows if they'll show up today. Um, present. One thing that I did want to present is how that a lot of you probably heard about the Powerpuff Girls live action movie, with Dove Cameron and all those other characters. And I do want to say that that movie is definitely not made for kids. But you know what? A lot of what in the world? How can he? No idea what happened here. What in the world happened here? Yeah, green screen, but how in the world did I do that? Oh, maybe if I need to do that. All right, so anyway, so yeah, the Powerpuff Girls live action movie was definitely made for adults who grew up with Powerpuff Girls, not for the kids, not for the kids now who have interest in Powerpuff Girls. So that was a bit of a drag. A lot of you, I'm sure, have seen the trailer, and I gotta say that it is definitely hard to find because copyright is no joke. But if you've seen the trailer leaked out to you, then comment below on what you think about it. I have not been able to really get a uh, good scene for you to see. I gotta say though is that look at this girl. This is Dove Cameron. Like, I mean, I think she makes a great bubbles. Like, I totally do admire this. I did like the idea of this girl playing Bubbles, Dove Cameron, but yeah, story not really worth it. So, um, but yeah, you know what? Comment below on what you think about the Anyway, yeah, comment on what you think about the Powerpuff Girls live action movie. Because yeah, that was a terrible idea. I really kind of feel like maybe you should have let someone else control that. I feel like whoever made that story plot really was not bad idea. Bad idea. I feel like somebody else should take control of that story idea. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to work on our badges. So um, as I said before, we are going to focus on magical time books instead of Shiver and Fears this year. Um, No real reason, really, just because Magical Times is a new book idea, and I do want to put a little focus into a new book series. So we're not going to do anything different with making these badges. I mean, it's the same. It's the same process. In fact, I forgot some of the materials. Be right back. All right. All right. So we're going to use the same materials that we had in the last video. We're going to use these blank slates. We're going to use these blanks, of course. We're going to use our brand new backs, so where the pin is, and we're going to use a new different picture. All right. So we're going to take our blank. I'm going to put our blank, and we're going to put it right here on the side here. And we're going to take a piece of film. We're going to take our piece of film here, and we're going to try to make sure that we have one slice of film, because you will not believe how well they stick together. And we're going to take our picture here, and we are going to put it facing flat forward. All right, put our picture there, put our film in. All right, and then we're going to take our back, and we're going to make sure that the part where we pin it to our shirts and whatever, we're going to make sure that that is facing downward. And we're also going to flip it opposite of how the image is on our film here. So for instance, this is what it's going to look like here from my angle. So we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to just flip this around. All right. And so basically make sure I did that right. So this is what it's going to look like when it's together, right? All right. So in order for it to work that way, this needs to be flipped upside down, not backwards, upside down. All right. So we're going to flip that completely upside down. All right. And then we're going to punch in the top first. And then we're going to put in the bottom next. And there we go. There is our finished creation, our pin for the book signing. And we're going to have about 17 of these. So I see that we have a few guests here. So let's check out the guests we have here. Uh, we have Davis saying hi, likes the glasses. We have Big Daddy Ducky saying hi, and JLW saying hello. I thought there was a way you could see. But before we go on, we want to add in the because yes, we do have Shiver and Fear badges, and we will be selling those, but we will not be selling them at the book signing. Those are going to be free. So that's going to be exciting news right there. So if you want to, you can join in the chat, and speak live. Let me see if I can send that link in. All right, so I just sent that out to those people on social media. So if you're interested in chatting live, then you are definitely welcome to it. So we're going to do a couple more of these things. Oh yeah, and also if you want to share this live video with your friends, then you can do that too. Maybe they'll get a chance to be on screen live. But one thing I did hear about people talking about besides the Powerpuff Girl movie is how Toy Story, what is it, 5 is going to come out. And I gotta say, like, a lot of people are hating on Toy Story 5, the idea of Toy Story 5, which, everyone's saying, like, it should have stopped at 3, and I definitely can understand that. My opinion on that exactly is that um, the only reason why 4 was created was because in 3 it was announced that Bo Peep had disappeared, and I'm sure a lot of fans were like, "Well, what happened to Bo Peep?" It has been notified to the viewers that Bo Peep was Woody's interest, and it's like the fact that she's gone, the fact that their love is kind of destroyed. Um, it kind of left deep in desire in people's hearts, as you may or may not think. So of course the fourth one was supposed to be like, okay, now they're reunited, and but because of that fourth one, it kind of left in a situation of, well, if Woody stays with Bo Peep, what's going to happen to the other toys because Bonnie just completely dropped Woody. And that's why I didn't like 4 because, like, Andy was like telling the girl, like, "Hey, these are my toys. They're very special to me. Hey, I'm leaving it up to you to keep very good care of them." And she was like, "Okay, cool." And here we are, and she just like, "Oh, well, I like Forky." Like, it was that quick. It was like, "I like Forky. All I care about is Forky." And it was just like, okay, well, with Woody gone, it was like nothing changed, and it was like, and it kind of puts a problem in, you know my heart a little bit because it's like when you give up your toy, you want to give it to someone who is going to care about it somewhat like you are, and then to know that they didn't take care of it. I mean, like, even though it's not your toy anymore, you gave it up. It's like the fact that they just like treat it like nothing is like so kind of heartbreaking. Like, it's just a very deal of a situation where it's like I don't like this idea. Like, because I was thinking about it. If I had given a toy that I cared about to a little kid, to my nephew, to my cousin, to the next door neighbor, and then found out a few days later that they threw it away, it'd be like, well, I can't be mad because it's not my toy anymore. It's his. But then it's like, if I couldn't even like throw it away, if I had to give it to somebody, why in the world? It's just a sad kind of thought thing. So it kind of made me mad, but it was kind of just like, well, even if Bonnie herself was really like, even if Bonnie herself was like, oh my gosh, where's Woody? Where in the world is Woody? It would kind of be Woody kind of would have to give himself away because of the fact that he wants to be with Bo Peep, and Bo Peep wants to be there to help other toys find new homes. So it was kind of like she kind of had to let him, because even if Bo Peep was like, because even if Bo Peep was like, hey, be with Bonnie, she was like, okay, well, I'll be with Bonnie. Well, Bo Peep didn't want to be with Bonnie. She didn't want to know her. She wanted to help other toys get toys. But I mean, like, it probably would have been great if like she was near the carnival and like Woody could like sneak out, go, go help her a little bit, and then come back. But it kind of left me in wondering, like, well, what's gonna happen with the gang? What's gonna happen with the group? Um, because here's the thing: Woody was always in charge. Every single movie, Woody was always in charge. He was in charge to get himself home in the first one. He was in charge when they got separated from Andy in the second one. He was in charge when they left Andy in the third one. And shoot, he was in charge in the fourth one when, he was trying to get Porky back with Bonnie. But it's like now that Woody is not in charge of the game, it's like, who is? I guess that would be Buzz Lightyear, but Buzz never really um, was kind of more the sidekick. And it's kind of hard to say that Buzz was the sidekick when Buzz is a leader type toy. So it's kind of hard to sit there and say that, Buzz isn't in charge. But Buzz isn't made to be in charge because it's like Buzz is a leader type. I mean, I don't know if a lot of you know about the cartoon series of Buzz Lightyear, but yeah, there was a TV series of Buzz Lightyear, and he had his own group of troops, and he was leading. So it was kind of like, so he, so it does seem that he does have leadership skills, but in the movie, he doesn't really have leadership skills. He has sidekick skills. So he's gonna have to take over and make choices. Which I gotta say, in that fourth one, he didn't really seem like he was making his own choices. It seemed like he was, his conscience was making the choices. It was kind of anyway. So far, what we have here is we have some nice pins. Shut up. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a total of 6. So let's take a look at these real quick. So So these will be for free at the book signing over in Enid Library at the Author Fest. If you want to know more about the Author Fest in Enid at the Enid Library, definitely look it up. It's coming in April. Like I said, I will be one of the authors there, but of course there will be other authors there as well. So let's take a moment and check out our fans and see what they have to say. Okay. All right. So all right. So we do have a lot more of pins to make. So, and in fact, let's take a break from this. Let's take a break from making the pins and do some cutting out of the pins for now. So here are our copies of pins, which were printed out by a good friend of mine, Jeremiah. So thank you, Jeremiah, for taking some time and printing these out. And we have our circle cutter here. We're going to use that, but before we use that, we definitely need to get a cutting board. So let's go do that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So as I was getting this, I was kind of thinking of a crazy story about this cutting board. So I had ordered a cutting board online, and the picture looked exactly like this. It was like this big and everything, and so I ordered it. Now this happened all the way in December. I didn't get it until like late January, and when I actually got it was the size of a chopping board. Now, if you don't know the size of a chopping board, it's about here. Looks like we have a guest. So let's see who our guest is. This is Caden. How's it going?
Hey, AJ, how are you? What are you
Well,
up
it
to?
is 12 o'clock.
hmm
And how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I saw you going live. I was like, I'll join.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're just here making a couple of pins for the book signing event next month.
When is the book signing?
The book signing will be, I think, the 9th or 11th. I'll have to check. It'll definitely be on a Saturday.
Saturday.
It's on the second Saturday of April.
That's cool. I think I've been to one, haven't I?
No, no one has.
Wait, no, I was at the Book Anniversary.
Yeah, you were at the Book Anniversary.
Yeah.
Book Anniversary is a totally different thing.
Yeah, that's.
Authors that
Yeah.
there's an event made from the authors of any genre, any storytelling, any age, whatever.
Mm.
They get to present their own book, present, stuff about themselves and all that stuff. The Book Anniversary is specifically for children's people.
Oh, all right. It's cool. Who else is on? I see Joe W and Big Daddy Ducky. They're arguing over who's a bigger fan of yours.
Oh, that's good to know. It's good to know. It's good to know that their opinions
No,
out there willing to support.
they're just fighting over who loves you more, man.
Oh, there's no. I'm not that special.
Oh, there you go.
So anyway, taking a break from making the badges and we're just cutting them out.
They said it's most likely next Saturday.
It'll be in April. It'll be the second Saturday of April.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a good amount of time to plan it.
Yeah.
Where's it going to be at?
Enid Library. It's not my event. It's made by the library itself.
Hmm.
So yeah, I won't be the only author there. There'll be like tons of authors there for like different ages.
That's cool. Very interesting.
In fact, fun fact, Jerry Bennett has been there a couple times.
Really?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was there last year.
Yeah. He just got back in town from He's in New York about a month ago. Where was he? He's in New York about a month and a half ago, and then I'm trying to remember where he was about 2 weeks ago. He's a busy man.
Yep, definitely. I heard he's working on I don't know if he's working with them or doing something with them, but he's working with an author who's made a story about investigators, the alligators who I think like solve mysteries and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think he's the illustrator of that.
That's cool. I think I saw something about that on his story. That's interesting.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Jerry Bennett is a good friend of ours. He writes his own little comic books series, but I think he does help with other authors as well. But if you guys are ever interested in checking out Jerry Bennett's stories, then check out Jerry Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
Steven, do you know the name of the book series he writes?
Jerry's?
Yeah.
I can't remember it off the top of my head. I could check out his story real quick, because I know he talked about that recently. He also talked to the creator of the Wild Robot recently as well, which I found cool.
Yes, he did. The creator of the Wild Robot, which is like what, a Pixar movie or a
It was a
Disney
book
movie?
first, and then Pixar made it into a movie.
So that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'm yet to watch the movie, actually. I'm yet to see it. I don't watch a lot of movies. But I heard it was a good experience.
Well, I know Jerry has one comic book series. I thought was interesting. It was like her mom's a superhero, and I think her dad is a scientist. Maybe I might be stating that wrong.
Hmm.
But what I thought was interesting was I think like the daughter has something. I think it was like ADHD or something like that.
Like my kind of book.
Have you heard anything
Sounds like
about
my
it?
kind of book then.
Yeah, I read it a couple of times. It seemed really interesting. So like I think he wrote them separately and then had one big book where it's all together.
Hmm. That's
But yeah, I
interesting.
think it really started out as a comic book. Like literally, like the whole be continued and catch next issue type deal.
Yeah.
All right. And here before looking back off. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, just finished cutting up some more badges.
I just wanted to drop in, see how the live was going, but I gotta head out and do a few things. But this was fun, Asia. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Talk to you later, man. All right. So that was our visitor, Caden Hankinson. If you want to know more about Caden Hankinson, then yeah, don't worry. I'm sure you already know him. All right. So back to what we were doing before, which is making badges. We already cut it out. We already cut out a few more of our badges. And remember, these badges are special because they say chill out and read, shiveringfears.com. So having this will allow you to check out our website and be able to learn more about Shiver and Fears and a little bit more about magical times. So we're going to get right back to work and make these badges. All right. So once again, we need to have our film. Make sure that they're all right. And we will take our blank, put the blank in first, put the badge in, add the film, and then on the other side, we're going to put our pin in and we're going to put it upside down compared to the badge, and we're going to put the pin on the bottom, which is funny. So, because I was watching a video on how to use this thing, and most of the videos basically all say the same thing. They talk about how oops. Okay, so we're going to uh, okay, we should have a guest called Big Daddy Ducky. Yeah, he doesn't. Fine. So we're having a malfunction because I accidentally. Okay.
Checking the weather.
How is the weather out there? Because I'm hearing I'm hearing some complaints about it.
It's cold and rainy, and I love it.
And so yeah, we just about that. So we're going to do.
Are you making more badges?
Yep.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, I forgot to put in this little rubber, not rubber, but plastic.
Oh
Plate
dang!
here.
So you gotta make some more.
Yeah.
But it's
So
okay.
yep.
You
Isn't
want
that
to see my
so?
cat?
Sure. Let's see the cat.
Yeah, I do.
It's Loki. Say hi to Loki, or Loki say hi to the viewers.
Say hi. Say meow. She's shy. It's fine. How's your day been today?
Well, waking up, watching cartoons, watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I had to take a break from it because it was too intense. It was like there was way too much going on. I mean, like, well, I don't want to ruin it for people, but it was like there was way too much going on. It was like I need a break.
No, I completely get it. Sometimes, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I have to just like turn off a show because I feel like my emotions are too inspired by it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm
Well, I was telling the story of how um I was watching videos on how to use this machine, and there's some video none of the videos explain like answers some very important questions.
like, what are the
So
important?
like for instance,
Sorry, my phone just turned off. Ah! Okay, what are the important questions?
so like so apparently you only need this when you're using the metal badges because this machine right here comes with the plastic. So as I'm like making the badges, I don't need this thing. So they never explain. So the one thing that they don't explain is like what's the difference between using these plastic badges compared to the metal badges. And that's what one thing that I was nervous about when I bought these was because I was like, I'm sure there's some kind of difference between metal and plastic. Another thing that they don't explain is they don't explain size. So apparently there's different sizes in badges, but they never explain like, can I put like a smaller badge on here and it work perfectly fine, or do I need to like add new equipment to make it work or anything like that? So for right now, I just use one size and and I have to like really make sure that that size is the correct size because I don't know because like I look at a lot of the material and it says like, okay, so this material works with this machine right here, which is great, but I'm like, okay, but do I need to change anything or can I completely use it? I don't know.
Sounds very complicated.
Yeah. And then lastly, the one thing that they do not explain in any of the videos is how when you make the badges, the picture and the badge need to be opposite from each other.
Oh, that Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a good thing that I did a test run first before anything.
Good one. You like my background?
Oh yeah, SpongeBob's inner feelings. I can totally understand that.
All the-
We all have moments like that in our lives.
But good luck on your badge making, and I'll try to pop in as frequently as I can.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah. All right, so that was Big Daddy Ducky. That is a fun name to say. Believe it or not, that's a very fun name to say. Big Daddy Ducky. All right, so if you are willing to join us on, if you're willing to join us online, or if you know anyone who would like to join us online, then definitely share that link. So let's see here. Oh, and I was telling you about the cutting board. So anyway, so I was buying a cutting board from Walmart, and it literally showed me a picture of like this. So I bought it in December. Didn't come till January, late January. And when it came in, it was this size. It was the size of a chopping board, like those chopping boards that you get for the kitchen. It was designed just like this. Like it had the sizing, graph and all that stuff. But it was so small, and it was like, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I can't imagine anyone doing some kind of project with this little tiny board. Like this looks like the kind of board that you would have for like chopping onions or something. And I literally sent that back, and it was very funny because I did some research on it. Like I re looked at it. I checked it out again. Make sure. Yeah, the size was by, I don't even know. The size was just off. I'm like, I think it was like 24 centimeters or something like that. I'm like, 24 centimeters? Well, when you use the number 24, you think something big. But then when you use centimeters, you you see what I'm saying here? Like, so it was like, yeah, they definitely knew what they were doing. And to this day, people, I tell that story to people all the time. They're just like, well, that's on you and everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, I believe it's on me, but they knew what they were doing. So be always sure to check the information on what you're trying to buy, especially when it's off brand. Because yeah, I know exactly what they were doing. They were trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, you're getting this. They're trying to make it seem like, hey, you're getting this size, but we're not really giving it. Like I already knew. All right. So one thing that I definitely want to do with these badges that I have done before and I thought was really cool was add a little sparkle to them. So we're going to try that real quick. So let me go get the materials to make it sparkle. All right, be right back. All right. So before I tell you what our next plan is, I am going to go get a drink. So be right back. I didn't say I was going to be gone for long. Oh yeah, and this video is brought to you by Fanta. So if you ever get thirsty for some soda, check out Fanta. If not, if you don't want soda, get water. So anyway, so we have an additional to the project, which is some hologram glitter. And how we add this to the equation is very simple. All right. All we do is put a little bit of the glitter onto the film and brush it all around. That's it. All right. Then we take the film. I am so clumsy. Anyway, so we brush the film, grab the film, put this away, and we just do the exact same thing that we've been doing. All right. We get a blank, put it on one side, get our image, put it on the same side, and then we put the film. The glittering part that we just brushed, we're gonna put that on top of the image. In fact, one thing that we definitely need to do is we need to try to make this as flat as possible. Get that on there, and then get our badge part, and then flip that over correctly. And hopefully, and this is something that I have done before, so this is nothing. So this is definitely nothing new. All right, punch that down, punch that down, and voila. Now I don't know if you can see it, but let's compare it to the original badge. So here's the original, and here is the glitter. All right, so gives a little sparkle, not much, but that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make 3 of those. We're gonna make 3 more of those. All right, and we're going to grab our glue, or sorry, not glue, it's glitter. They both start with GL. And we're going to just brush it all over the film. And I think that the holographic glitter is the best choice because it's very holographic, which kind of gives me the impression that you can see through it a lot more. All you see from it is the sparkle. You don't see the color. You know, it's not going to cover up the image on. Like, no matter how much you cake it, it's still going to come out crystal clear. So, like, for instance, so this is very minor compared to this one. All right. So let's see how they turn out different. So one is more cake than the other, and like I said, I've done this before, so I will be that on there, blank. On top. And then we'll use the less amount first. The less amount. Just grabbed it. I guess so. I'm pushing the limits. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Now let's compare it. So we have this one right here, and then we have this one right here. All right. So now I will admit that these two are different, and I'll explain why. So this one right here is the glitter is on the inside of the film. This one, the glitter is outside of the film. Now, why in the world did I show you this? Because I accidentally did this one. This was an accident. So let's hope. So I'm going to do another one, and let's see how that one turns out. Alright. So I gotta say, when making badges, it definitely takes a lot of focus. So if you are the kind of person who just kind of does stuff, get distracted, and it's like you need full focus in order to make sure you do something right, then don't make badges when doing a video. Alright. Alright, so now these are both inside. So yeah, this one is the fully caked one, and then this one is the less caked. So tell me what you think. Do you see a difference? Do you think that they're different? I would definitely say if you want to try it out yourself. But as for now, we have run out of material. Okay, so I'm lying a little bit. But we're gonna end the video right now because we kinda got what we were looking for. We got some very interesting guests But as for now, this is AJ Hard saying, hey, if you're interested in, buying Shiver and Fear's product, buying a book, then definitely check out our store. We do have a store online. And hey, I know Enid Library is a far distance away, but hey, make sure you come and visit. Not just for me, but for the other authors too, because they work hard for their stuff. But anyway, so thank you guys for coming to visit, making an appearance, and giving your input on things. But this is AJ Hard saying, hey, it's almost spring, so chill out.